Hi students, welcome to another session. So we have completed two units, that is Introduction to Psychology and Methods of Inquiry in Psychology. And now we are moving to another unit, and this is this unit also frames a base for psychological knowledge. As we know, we are studying so far that our behavior is based on brain and mind. Of course, mind is the functional thing and brain is the physical thing. Then we will try to understand the knowledge related to brain here. What is the base? Because brain is the component, physical component or a hardware available for us. And let us see what are all functions or things associated with brain, and with this understanding we can know how the mind functions. At least we'll have a base knowledge over it. Okay, and then the unit titled the basis of human behavior, and then let us proceed into the unit. So uh, regularly, as the unit starts with a quotation, we have Damon Morris. There are 193 species of monkeys and apes. 192 of them are covered with hair. The exception is naked ape, self-named Homo sapiens. Here, we have to understand that the author, the Damon Morris, tells us that we will understand why he is discussing this quotation or his words. The thing is, as we know, our human beings evolved since lakhs of years or thousands of years. The brain or the physical human being we are seeing today, our structures, physical structure today is evolved. It is not the base thing. If you can see Charles Darwin's evolutionary theory and any other evolution theory, we come to know that we have been developed. There is a fundamental thing, like we evolved from animals, animal culture to human culture. This humankind today is based out of animal. So that's what many of humankind related animals, that is he had taken the base animal, that is monkey and apes. So of these, there are 193 types, and one such evolved type is what we are today, that is Homo sapien. So let us see what is this developed type or a kind or species is. Let us try to understand and let's proceed. The objectives of the unit is understanding the evolutionary nature of human behavior and how we developed what is the behavior earlier, like from the animal base of the animal to the humankind, relate the functions of nervous system and endocrine system to behavior. So there are several systems of which we can say as the body is divided into some parts, we call them as systems, and one of the important thing is nervous system. Our body has billions of nerves connected. The reactions which we are the movement of whatever the thing is happening because of the nervous system. But how the nervous system is connected, it is connected to some central systems that are endocrine system, exocrine system, the limbic system. There are different systems. Of course, we will be knowing it, but majorly endocrine system. What is its role in the functioning of physical body? And let us see next. Explain the role of genetic factors in determining the behavior. Genetic factor, genes, say RNA, DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid, ribonucleic acid. If you can see, these days we have been uh, mostly talking gene modification, the food we are eating, the persons we are seeing, even human beings are being modified, gene modified for the better health factors and lifespan development, uh, and protecting ourselves from the virus, etc. So if you can recall, there are 5 factors which we discussed in Unit 1. That is behavior, cognitive factor. There are 5 pillars. In that way, even physical system of behavior consideringly has also some base, and that is genetic, that is and biological, genetic evolution, etc. Understand the role of culture in shaping behavior. Culture is social perspective. This social perspective, like our neighborhood, environment, people around us, there can be many factors which play a role in shaping the human behavior. Describe the processes of enculturation, socialization, and acculturation, and relate biological and social cultural factors in understanding human behavior. It is like so far we have a good understanding and how we can understand. Now we are going into examining. It is like studying the in-depth knowledge of what is what are the factors important for this behavior. So basically, we are dealing with the basis of human behavior. First, we will deal with the physical system, and then we'll try to understand the mental capacities or functions. So, starting from a good point is really important for any study, and now we see that is the internal system, and then understanding the external system. If you see, nervous system, endocrine system, or gene factors are related to internal organs or the physical body, and then culture, socialization, social cultural factors are related to the external factors. So we'll try to understand both these factors and get a base understanding of what the human behavior is. And then what are the contents we will be dealing in this unit. That is introduction. That's a common. We will be completing introduction in this session. And evolutionary perspective, how a human has evolved what we are today is discussed in evolutionary perspective. Biological and cultural roots, that is the nervous system, all these things, and cultural roots, the human behavior, if it is a culture, how it is developed. It is a learning process. Simply we can understand, and let us see in the unit. So next topic is biological basis of behavior. That's what we said. Neuron, the construction, the function of neuron is structure. We will see in detail about the neuron, because neuron is the thing very important in understanding the behavior. Whatever the system to execute an action or behavior, neuron functioning is really important. These are the end cells which exhibit the behavior. Okay, and endocrine system and relationship with that nervous system. Particularly endocrine system will have glands, pituitary gland, pineal gland. There are glands which secrete hormones and chemicals. With that, these nervous system will act. Let us see in the coming sessions about these topics individually and elaboratively. Next, the behavior and experience. How the behavior of nervous behave, the nervous system behave, and endocrine system, their functions. Especially the functioning of the systems will be understood in these behavior and experience. Hereditary, next to it, this is evolutionary, and Next, we have discussed about genes. That is hereditary. Hereditary, which we have genes, that is what DNA and RNA or any chemical substances involved in hereditary. That is even during the womb, what are the hormones secreted by the woman? That is gender related. And cultural basis, this is the first is related to the internal system, and the next parts are related to external behavior, that is cultural and socialization. These terms we discussed earlier, and we will see each topic individually. This cultural basis, particularly uh, enculturation, enculturation and acculturation, will be discussed in detail about these things. So, and we will have project ideas and review questions as usual, as we are dealing with earlier chapters, and we will also deal with these things. Okay. So you may have got some doubts, and if we can see, this is a very important chapter to this is like a base for the unit 2. If you understand this, you will get knowledge and command over unit 2, how you can study, what you have to study, what are the factors, the social factors and internal and external factors, as we have dealt in detail about in unit 2 how to study. And now you will see what to study, what are the components you have to study to understand that particular behavior, that particular action. And most importantly, we have nervous system, and then cultural or social system, physical and social system. These things will be dealt very in depth in this chapter. Next, we'll see introduction of this chapter. So far, we have seen what are the things involved in this chapter. Human beings, the Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is a one kind. You can simply understand in that way. Homo sapiens are the most developed organs amongst the creatures. Okay, Homo is related to the single or the self, right? So in that, even you can see as a single group, it is a one kind. As we have seen that 193 are there, 192 of some kind, but this kind of Homo sapiens is a separate kind which doesn't have hair, which I think, let us see, are most developed organisms among all creatures on this earth. Their ability to walk upright, they walk straight. Generally, if we see animals, they walk horizontally, but these Homo sapiens will walk upright, that is vertical. Their backbone is vertical and vertical. If we see animals, they walk horizontally. This is the land, we can say. Land, we can say horizontally. These are the animals. These are Homo sapiens. For human beings, we are the species we are defining, that is Homo sapiens. They have ability to walk straight, that is you can put it as like this. They walk in this way. But if you see animals, these are the four legs. So these horizontally. Okay. Larger brain size, if you see, it is more than 1 kg. No other part will come. And most oxygen consumption is with the brain. Brain plays a key role in the physical system. The proportion of specialized brain tissues make them distinct from other species. Yes, if you see brain structure of the brain, Homo sapien Homo sapien brain is most divided. and developed and developed. These features have evolved through millions of years. Yes, millions of years. We also the person we are today. If you see the teeth, the heart, lungs, the structure, physical physical behavior, it evolved from centuries to centuries, centuries to centuries, enabled to engage in several complex behavior. If you see the animal behavior and human behavior, they they behave in very developed state. See, the computers which we are using today, or the behavior which has developed from the centuries. We have several things developed for this comfortable life which we are leading today. Scientists have attempted to study the relationship of complex human behavior with the process of nervous system, particularly the brain. So anything, the behavior which we are exhibiting today is related to the physical, and mostly it is related to brain, which is very important component in causing behavior, so let us see what are the important aspects of this system, so that the base of the understanding and how we can study will be clearly clarified with this unit. So this is very important. That is why we call it as the basis of human behavior. Okay, let us proceed to. So next, they have tried to discover the neural basis of thoughts, feelings, and actions. So I think we have discussed earlier in the unit one the types of neuropsychologists, cognitive psychologists, behavioral psychologists, clinical psychologists. The neural imbalance will make them lunatic, problematic feelings, actions, aggressive behavior, or calm, pleasant behavior, feelings, emotions, and the modifications in the behavior, thoughts, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, the thinking, all these things are based on the neural basis. What is the neural basis? That is glands and their functioning. Glands and their functioning. Okay. By understanding the biological aspects of human beings, you will be able to appreciate how the brain, environment, and behavior interact to generate unique forms of behavior. Particularly as we are dealing with Homo sapiens, that is, human beings. Okay, human beings. What is the behavior? Dogs behave in a separate way, and domestic animals, you can say, are wild animals. There are different, like, right, in such a way we will also separate Homo sapiens behaviors from the other species, and we are trying to understand what is the particular aspects or the basis which caused this type of behavior, this calculation speed, understanding other human beings, understanding the actions which we perform, like I am catching this object, like if you can say a person sitting, I'm not drawing good, uh, a person drinking coffee, running, sitting on a table, watching movie. These all things are very unique to human being. Most of the things, of course, the animals also adopting to this behavior now. We have tamed animals, dogs, which we say dogs, cats, uh, buffaloes, ox. Most even wild animals also tamed by human being. All these unique behavior, this unique behavior, how it evolved, what made a human being to behave in such a way, because no other animals behave in such a way, and uh, particularly development, evolution is nothing but development. What are the developments so far? we'll see particularly the physical component, the physical structure, what is the basis of this physical components of behavior, that is nervous system. And we will see in the evolutionary perspective, evolve from one point to another point, evolution. So all these things. And you will also study structure and functions. Yes, we have introduced in the topic section, that is contents and its influence on human behavior. Yes, later in this chapter you will also study notion of culture, show its relevance to understanding of behavior. What is a culture? Culture, you can say a culture has part of religion, caste, creed, the group behavior, how they form group colonies, countries, the basis. These are the factors which help us understand the culture of the behavior of particular region, say North India, South India, Western, Eastern. There are several conditions we can understand by these processes can be understood: enculturation and acculturation. Let us see these details in the coming chapters, sorry, in the coming sessions. So this is the basis, the contents in the introduction we have seen, and we had a good idea of what we will be dealing in this unit. And I think this is the last slide. And yes, thank you so much for your time. Let us start with the unit, and detailedly see this nervous system, endocrine system, and the cultural or social behavior. This unit will give you the basis of human behavior, that is biological and social perspectives. And let us discuss in detail in the coming chapters. Thank you so much. Have a great day.